and I'm going to turn it around and let y'all see it. I am here at Connect Fellowship Church in Long Beach, Mississippi, and there is a line of people here to get food. I am included. I get food for myself. I get food for my clients. Good morning. I'm doing good. You gonna make it? Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. I'm turning 60. I'm turning 60. I'm looking forward. I hope my hair hurry up and catch up. Hey, y'all, that was me talking to cousin over there. But anyway, back to what hit me. I'm going through this line and I'm seeing all sorts of people. It really, I don't know, I'm starting to have a broken heart. I apologize for coming to you from the car because I really don't like watching preachers driving down the street sharing a message. I don't even listen to it. I click off. The setting just messed me up. So first off, let me apologize for the scene. But anyway, so here we go. We're going to do a little bit turnaround again of all the cards. And we're here at Connect Church. And you know, it's funny that when you're hungry, I'm talking about for natural food, when you're hungry, race don't matter. When you are homeless and you need somewhere to live, to take care of your babies, race don't matter. When you sick and the doctor is not your type of doctor, meaning your complexion, and he has the skills to heal you, racism don't matter. Racism only matters when you're going to the voting booth. It only matters when white people get together. And I say white people because it's honest, because my mind is opening up to what is real. I thought I had relationships with people in spite of their pale skin, that we were sisters and brothers in Christ Jesus. But I'm learning the more that you have to not watch what people say, but you have to watch what they do in order to know who they are. So I'm going through this line, and people are not here for whatever reason. And you know, it's real funny because white people will tell you welfare is bad, that the government shouldn't feed poor children. It's promoting a stereotype that the state of Mississippi shouldn't expand Medicaid to give good health care to people. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't know many black people who agree with that platform, because if you need health care and health care is available, health care don't matter. So I mean, racism don't matter. Racism only matters when white people get together in their little clique to scheme against other people because they have a sense of superiority which does not exist. So if I had to title this message, it would be Racism Don't Matter. Maybe one day I'm going to preach this. But I'm sitting here and I'm watching the people in line. They are white. They are black. They of different types of races. Mostly they're white. And racism is not standing in the way of people waking up to be here at 9 a.m. Racism is not mattering. And a lot of them are old. But here's the thing. Here's what I see. I see nice white people walking up to my car, smiling, not appearing to have any bias whatsoever, just a desire to serve. I don't sense I don't sense a judgment. I don't sense a separation between myself and the person who is directing us through, or to the person who is taking my name and how many people live in my home. I don't feel any difference between me and them. If only America could really be that way at all times. Now, mind you, I am at a church, Connect Fellowship Church in Long Beach on 28th Street in Mississippi. And you say, well, of course, those people are going to be nice and this and that and smile, because that's what we do. You know, that's what Christians do. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not always what Christians do. Because I still can't get over that vote in the Iowa primary. How 52% of 65% of voters being evangelicals, described by CNN and MSNBC as white, born again Christians who voted for a man who totally fits the bill for Proverbs chapter 6:19 or 19:6, which says there are 7 things that the Lord hates: a proud look, one that stirs up mischief, one of conspiracy, one that lies. This man, with 91 counts against him and going, it blows my mind how Christians, white, evangelical, born again Christians, can vote for this man who does that, who has separated the races, the genders. I was in church recently because I go and I fellowship. I went and I fellowshipped at a church to help with their online ministry. On 2 occasions, it's a predominantly all 100% Caucasian evangelical Southern Baptist church. I was the only dark spot in the room. And one day, Pastor said, I wish we could go back to the old West when things were good. And I gave him a look. I say, no, I didn't. I didn't give him a look that day. I said, I don't. I said, wasn't nothing good for my people then. Then another day he said, oh, wouldn't it be nice if we could go back to the time with Little House on the Prairie? And I gave him a look and he moved on to say, I don't, because it wasn't good for black people back then. You want to go back to a time, white, evangelical, born again Christian, you want to go back to a time when Negroes were hanging from trees, where you could be shot without, and it's very similar today, is getting back there today, where you can be shot and no charges brought against you. This is the time that 91 count candidate is trying to bring America back to. This is the time that 52% of white evangelicals in a 65% state voted for. You want to go back to a time. You can't understand what that means for us because it was glory day for you and your people. Why can't we go back? But I look at this line and there are black people and there are white people and there are young people and there are old people going through the line. And there are, basically I saw one dark guy packing boxes. He wasn't black. I should say he wasn't African American, but his skin was black. And they are smiling and they are happy. I had an encounter recently with a man who I personally like. I do, I like him. But he has gotten put in a position on his job to sell his morality, to sell his dignity, so that he can carry the water of a man that wants to go back. And I said to this man recently, I said, look, I speak out and I stand up because this is what I believe, and what you are doing is wrong, and what they are doing is wrong. I stand up and I speak out because of that. But I say, look, he's a heavyset, obese, maybe 55-year-old white man. And I say, look, I like you. I say, you new to this job. This stuff been going on a long, long time. Good morning, Newland. I see you there. Thank you for logging in. I say, I see you there. I told him, I said, look, don't let these people put you up front to do something that they didn't want to do, that they were legally obligated to do, you and another woman that they hired as an outside contractor. They put you up to carry the water to do something. And now you are on tape saying, this is why we hired this woman and she did a good job, because she can stand between us and them, meaning the people, and she can tell them that I'm not working for these people, and she'll get away with it because it's not political to her, because she don't have, a dog in the hunt. I said, bruh, I like you. You don't know what you in. Make sure you do not sell your soul, get caught out. I didn't say sell soul, but that's what it means. That these people don't get caught up in this mess that these people got going. I say, bro, because you don't know what you in. You really don't. So I had to write a brief. And I disclosed everything that was recently discovered by a television reporter. Let me tell you, right after this television reporter finished his job, she is no longer working for the television station. She interviewed me that night at the first meeting. And I didn't tell her who I was. After she did the interview and we did the talk, I told her, I say, look, they're not going to let you do this story. I say two things. They're not going to be happy that you interviewed me. And they're not going to let you do this story the way you want to do this story, because she was asking questions like, why has the last time this was done, there are no records since 2019. I said, because the news station, WLOX.com, is not unbiased, that they are biased in their reporting, and they are not about sharing the truth of the news. They are about covering the CYA of the business entities. And I could tell she didn't believe anything I said. I said, and because of that, they're not going to let you do your package. And a package in the newsroom is about a minute and a half, 45 seconds to a minute and a half. I said, they're not going to let you carry that. I say, when you do your job, they're going to cut it up. And what's going to be broadcast is something that is that says a meeting was held and a hearing was held in the city. I said, that's all that's going to come out. Well, this little girl, white, beautiful, blonde, young girl, Amber Spradley, has moxie. She got on the other side. She got the story.
All right, you have a blessed day.
Thank you. She got the story. And I don't know if she was fired. I don't know if she walked out. But indeed, she got the story, and she got the elected official to admit on camera that he intentionally, knowingly misused federal funds. And I thank God for her. So yesterday, I didn't sleep at all the night before, because the brief was due on yesterday. And I got the brief done because I forgot what the 8th was. But here is the whole thing of the story that I'm so excited about. I just went through the food drop, and I go through these food drops quite often. And I go to pick up food for myself, and for other people, because I always got people that's hungry, that need food, bring me food. So my sister and I, it's a thing. We go to food drops. I'm going to go spend time with her this morning since I'm away. She's my oldest sister on my mama's side. So anyway, it fascinates me that when I'm driving through this parking lot, this church parking lot, that everybody is nice and kind. But like I said, that means nothing to the white evangelical born again Christian, because that's what we're supposed to do. But what I saw was, if America could really live up to her potential in pursuit of liberty and justice for all, if America really, but see, America is not this big span of land that we live on. America is the people. So if America, its people, would get in its heart, its real, true desire to believe in liberty and justice for all, if America would just strive to do the thing that the Constitution says we are, if the church is not the building, it's we the people who are the church and the building, the country and those are external things. But what makes it so is the people in the church. The people are, they're not in the church. They are the church. The people are America. The land is not America. The people are America. If we really did, if we could do what I just went through, witness, going through the food drop parking lot, if America could just be, and I say, if just where I live could just be, because even though I like this man and I'm warning him to not fall into the ditch, if I like him, it doesn't matter, because he still don't like me. He smiled in my face. He was happy to hear that I said, I like you. But you know, he's still going to be himself. And the thing is, when I got done last night and I finally got to lay down on the sofa, I'm not lying, y'all. I tell y'all truth because I want y'all to know the truth. I had this overwhelming sense of fear that came over me. And I know it had everything to do with what I did yesterday in the city. I know it had everything to do with that. I had this great, overwhelming sense of fear. But God has not given me the fear, but He has given me love, power, and a sound mind. Love for the people who don't love me. Power to stand when God tells me to stand. And a sound mind that does not submit to fear. So I did what I had to do yesterday. I did it. And I came home and fear, a big whop of fear. I laid down and fear had come over me. But I thank God. I even thank God this morning for the fear. I say, Lord, I thank you. Even though I know it's not of you, I thank you because I know this thing is bigger than me. And I know you're able. So I started praying while I was going through fear. And I started praying for the place where I live, for the city. I stood up. I did what God, I let my hands be God's hand. I let my feet be God's feet. I let my mouth be God's mouth. And the thing of it is, now it's God's job to reveal Himself. It's God's job to uproot, to upplant, to pull up. I said, Lord God, Don't let this in administration, because this has been going on for years. Lord God, don't let this administration escape. And it is so common for me, so natural for me to see a person say, hey, and I see them for who they are. Not complexion, but hey, how you doing? Have a good day. And then I have this second thought. If they are pale skinned with no pigmentation, I have a second thought. But I have to pray. I say, Lord, don't let me get angry. Don't let my heart get hard. Don't let me become like them. Don't let me stoop to their level, because that's what the devil wants me to do. Because if I hate my brother who I see every day, and I have a righteous hate because I say they hated me first, if I hate them, then I give the enemy the glory. And that is not what God would have me to do. God said, love your enemy. Bless them that persecute you, who speak evil against you falsely for my sake. He said, if your enemy hunger, give him water, food. If he hunger, feeds him. If he's thirsty, give him water. That's how you know that you belong to God, when you do some stuff for people who ain't got no love for you. That's how you know God is in you. But just going to the church, just paying my tithes, just being a morally good person. Because even morally good persons have bad days. Even morally good persons have times when they are crossed. Lately, God has been dealing with me about something. He's been saying to me, it said, the fruit of the Spirit. The greatest fruit of the Spirit is love. But the other fruit of the Spirit, another is gentleness, kindness. And sometimes when I feel crossed, kindness and gentleness is not what comes out of my mouth. I don't curse, but I might as well have cursed, because that person has been cut from head to toe. And yesterday, let's just say there was a sword swiping both ways. So I just came on today because I had to get this stuff out of me. And I really do not like to see preachers in cars talking. And I don't even listen to it because I just don't like the atmosphere. And I'm like, I don't watch it. So I guess me and you, Newland, I'm talking to myself today. God is ministering to me today. So I'm just grateful that God is who he said he is. And I'm turning 60 this year. And I feel like God is just saying, this a new day. Y'all know we say that every day. But I feel like God is taking me higher in ministry. And a lot of times when preachers hear that God is taking them higher, they think that means money, cars, and houses. God, like Solomon, is giving me the wisdom how to operate in ministry, how to treat people as clients and not as best friends. God is teaching me how to set up my files. God is teaching me how to use color coding between files. God is teaching me some stuff, y'all. And I'm grateful. But thank you, Newland, for sitting with me to get this stuff out of me. I hope you and the family, I saw your baby boy had another birthday. I said happy birthday. But girl, I pray for you. I pray you'll be the light, because there is no way you can sit on my broadcast that often. And there is no way that you can sit and listen to me talk this morning unless you're seeking God, unless you know him, unless you are pursuing him the more. And it is my prayer for you this morning, Newland, that God would draw to you even as you have drawn to him. I pray that he will show up in your life. And I'm not just talking about, again, money and material things. I had prayed the other day. I said, Lord, increase my prayer life. I didn't know Increase my prayer life was going to be like this. Increase my prayer life has resulted in me seeing this morning that it was I didn't have anything to pray for. I was praying for routine stuff. Lord bless our country. Lord save my kids. Lord bless my food. But now I'm dealing with a situation that is bigger than me, that will bless all the citizens of this county, this state. It is a statewide thing. It's bigger than me. And I said, oh, Goliath. I said, oh, what's his name? Goliath, thou must fall. And as I said, Goliath, you must fall. I saw his head rolling through my brain. Cut! God will give you something to pray for, Newland, if you ask him for it. Just talk to him just like I took to Facebook this morning to have a little talk with Jesus. Tell him all about my trouble. Hear my faintest cry. He will answer by and by. Oh, hear a little prayer will turn in. Know a little fire is burning. Have a little talk with Jesus makes it right. Shall I pray for you, my sister? And the next time I'm in the area, I'm going to reach out to you so we can meet personally.